What is going on, entertainment? So time comes to y'all with another video. And y'all, I know you late. I don't care. Okay, y'all still gonna watch anyways. So we talking Playboys, and we also talk about the hookup. So now that TV apparently has their own show, similar to Love Island, which y'all know I love Love Island. Y'all, they beat Zeus to the punch. Shout out to T-Lo. That nigga moved faster than Mexican music. That nigga uploaded that show so quick, I ain't even know it. Love Calvin is still filming, and we getting the hookup. Okay, so they dropped the cast of the hookup, you guys. And it has some of BBO's finest. It has some new Not as TV girls. It has some old Not as TV girls. It got a nigga that I used to see on Instagram that cut hair. Fine ass nigga. Like, it got a whole lot of people on there, y'all. So this is the cast that they showed from the hookup. They dropped it yesterday, you guys. So at the top, we have Nola Ferragamo, Miss I'm Done with Reality TV, Sherjan. We also have Mommy G, which I'm very excited for Mommy G. Like, if y'all don't know, if y'all haven't watched Love Island, Huda, there's a girl named Huda. She's like another version of Mommy G, but less ignorant. Now we have Tokyo Kayla K. Now, K, I'm scared for her because I saw Bunk Life threatening her, and it's like, we all saw how Kay gets injured. You feel me? It just take one punch for her jaw to be reconstructed, and we do not need that. Like, she already has done enough reconstructioning in. So no. Leave Kay alone, okay? Jigsaw is not to be touched. We have this girl named Marie, Dita, So Unique, and Barbie. As if we didn't need another Barbie on Not As TV. And then we also have some of the boys. We have Ray Face. Listen to me here. Bambi, okay? Bambi got 11 listeners on Spotify. Let me tell you, Bambi, this should be a sign that you dodged a bullet, bitch. Because guess what? He obviously had other intentions. For him to get on a reality show looking for love, you know how Love Island is. Because I'm going to keep it a buck. Like, a lot of people on Love Island, the real Love Island, they don't be looking for love. They be looking for the clout. They be looking for the sponsorships. They be looking for the followers. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, they don't really be going on there for love, a lot of them. Now some of them walk in New York Fashion Week. They got spreads, Essence Magazine, Vogue, all that. So it's like, his intentions were not pure, Bambi. So you kind of dodged a bullet, but so you should be excited for yourself. We have some other guys named Ubeezy, Ethan, Levi. Now, the one that I recognize is Moses. So he's on Instagram and he be cutting hair. He be doing like a shark. And I always thought he was fine. So it's like, shout out to Not TV for casting him. We have this nigga named Don from, of course, Deja Vu, and Moolah, and a nigga that goes by The Face. Sounds a little sus to me, but we're going to let you keep living it up. Dropping your taxes. I'm excited to see it. Now, the trailer looked pretty interesting. A lot of them were like kissing, make it out. Now, Not As TV. Did y'all do some testing? The girls want to know, okay? Because I see some freaking leaking going on. Okay, I know that contract was something nasty. Okay, they say if you catch any diseases underneath the sun, you cannot sue the network. It don't matter what it is, right? And then at the end of the trailer, we see, for what it looks like, a Snooki moment. Y'all remember when Snooki got knocked out by that nigga? I really hope that's not what we were seeing on STV, because wow. Y'all is pushing the envelope, something crazy. I really hope that's not what we saw, but you know, it is what it is. I will be checking it out and I will be recapping it, so stay tuned for that. And also, shameless plug, make sure y'all check into my live tonight with Love Island Games. It will be premiering. It's very similar to the hookup, very similar to Love Cabin, what they're doing. Both networks got the concept from Love Island, so it's a spinoff of Love Island. A lot of the Love Island favorites are going to be on there. So I am going to be recapping it live tonight and doing an after show. So y'all going to get a live recap and then the after shows call in right after. So make sure y'all tune the in. Okay. So let's talk Playboys, y'all. So first of all, y'all filming in the Villain Theater again. Do y'all, let me tell something. Do they know what y'all be doing up in there, scrapping and squabbling up in that Villain Theater? Because if y'all don't know Villain Theater, y'all, because I live in the area, they do comedy, improv, all that. I've done an improv show there, and I've watched improv shows there. So it's like, what the like? I'm confused. Like, do they know what's going on there? Like, do y'all tell them like, hey, like, it's improv, all right? They close a lot of the days throughout the week though, so there is that. Anyways, we see first, of course, big CEO. I will say some of the boys let me down in the confessionals. Straight up. And I'm not talking about what they're talking about. I'm talking about how they was dressed. Like Queen D, I think was having a yard sale, bitch, because them niggas was Tim's down. I'm like, is y'all finna squabble in the confessionals? Cause why y'all got Tim's on in the confessionals? Like, is y'all gonna fight during the confessionals? I'm confused. Anyway, so we see Isaiah come out. He goes in the theater, and then the first Playboy we meet is Khalil. So if y'all don't know, he's very popular for styling people like Stunner Girl, Nicki Minaj. And also lately, he got into some drama because Big Ivory accused him of jumping her. Okay. So he comes in very tight, petite, and cut. Nayshay Khalil, the stuff that you were facing, you shouldn't have been dressed like that, Buka, but like you should have had them Timbs on. Khalil had a two-piece Alo set with some Balenciagas. Listen to here. Balenciagas is not the type of shoes that you fight in. You can't even fight in the track Balenciagas if we're gonna be honest. Hold on. Let me see. He ain't even had a track song, y'all. Like, this is a track version of it, right? You can't even fight or really do track in these. Don't ever let the game get y'all up and try to stunt. Like, I feel like Khalil tried to stunt too much and it kind of worked against him because I feel like if he had them New Balances on that Big Lex had on, he may have had some more balance. You know what I'm saying? So he's talking to Isaiah. Isaiah's telling him, like, you jumped my friend, you jumped my star. Ivory, I didn't like the fact that you jumped my star, and like, what's up with that? And he said, he was just hyping up his friend. He was recording. He wasn't really doing much in regards to the fight. Like, he never jumped into it. The thing is, I don't keep up with a lot of people on X as much as I should. So I can't even tell if he's lying or not. So I can't sit here, but I think he's lying or he's telling the truth, because it's like I don't keep up with a lot of people on Twitter, like, because he's mostly known being on X, right? So who knows if he's lying or not? But he says he's not. He said he was just hyping it up, and Ivory just assumed that she got jumped. Now they show that video of Ivory getting mad at that live, like Ivory over there looking like an ogre. She's like, "Man, they jumped me, man, they jumped me, man, these bitches jumped me." Y'all remember the night it all dropped? The faithful morning after 5 a.m. in the morning, everybody, and y'all was waking me up, 60,000 notifications. Ivory got jumped. Okay. So Isaiah's talking to him, and Isaiah, let me tell y'all something. Y'all gotta watch that nigga Isaiah. That's the biggest setup known to man. Isaiah said, "I don't know if you gonna last throughout the whole season." He said, let's see if you last throughout the whole season. See, that's the kiss of death. That means you're gonna get set up throughout the whole mother season. Okay? Bitch, you better duck and you better dodge. Okay? He just gave you the kiss of death, babe. He just telling you gonna get got. Okay, that's more than one words of him saying, I'm gonna make sure you get got. Okay, so he starts then asking him about, like, who do you think should be the host? Maul or Landon, and he then goes on to say he feels like Maul has more like experience and he could host him and stuff. For y'all that don't know, Maul don't like me for some reason because I liked a comment, because I was liking comments. As a father, this nigga is looking through likes. I don't know why, but he tried to press me in my DM because of likes. So there's that. Anyways, I just had to throw that in there. It's the truth. Anyways, so he starts going into a tangent about how he feels like Maul has more experience and Landon can't host him because he's younger than him and he can't be hosted by somebody's lesser than him. I said, oh, damn, nigga. He said lesser than him. And then he also said, you know, that's his son. You know he a barb. Okay, all these bitches is my sons. And I ain't talking about the case of bum try to touch me. Ew. And I'm the poliator. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know he gonna be a barb. So he had to throw that in there that, that was his son. I wonder how Landon feels watching this back though. He might get you at the reunion. So, Khalil goes out for a bit, so they bring in the next Playboy. They bring in Landon. So Landon comes in. Y'all know what the fuck going on. This mosh. Okay, he hit him with the Ferrari. This mosh, I'm gonna be the host. Niggas want to talk about it. I can't be a host. This my position. These niggas ain't talking about shit. Mind you, he in the theater empty as hell talking to himself. I'm like, Landon, who are you talking to? There's nobody in here. So he said, matter of fact, where Isaiah at? When I tell y'all, this is the part where I scream. Y'all gotta be watching these shows back because Isaiah was walking up. Landon thought that Isaiah was going to run up on him. If y'all go back and watch, he kind of took 2 steps back because Isaiah was like, this is my shit. Like, what you talking about? Or something to that effect. And then they both sat down. But before he sat down, Landon thought that Isaiah was going to like run up or something. Just off of his body language. That's what it looked like to me. By the way, shout out to the editing. The editing was top tier. Okay. The thing is with reality TV, the editing is what makes the show. You can have some really good content and the show be shit. And you can have some really bad content and the show be really good. It all depends on the editing. So shout out to the editing because the way the layout was and everything did your biggest one. Oh yeah. Now who I think should be the host, I feel like it should be because Isaiah started to have a conversation with Landon because Landon and Maul were going back and forth online about who should be the host. I do feel like it should be Landon because if we're doing stuff fair, which when it comes to reality TV and especially not at TV, ain't shit fair, right? But if we're gonna be fair, it really should just be Landon on his own because Maul never had a co-host. He did it on his own last season. Why should he have to do it again off of what the strength of what? I thought the winner gets to be the host the next season. So I do feel like he should be the host on his own. Now Isaiah started calling him out because he felt like Landon should fight Maul for the spot. Basically, Isaiah, y'all, I told y'all he gonna make sure a setup was had. I feel like he was trying to make them fist fight for the spot, and Landon was not trying to do that. Okay, I'll see why though, because the way Maul, that's a feisty leprechaun. So it's like he gonna punch. You know what I'm saying? He gonna punch hard, as we saw he did with Cashew. So it's like I ain't mad at it. Like I really feel like either one didn't want to really fight each other. More so, Landon didn't really want to fight Maul because he knows like last time he fought Maul, his nose literally was bleeding. So I don't think he wants something like that to kind of happen again. So I think that's why he didn't end up wanting to fight him for the position. But I feel like he shouldn't even have to have fight for the position because if we're gonna be fair, it really should have went to Landon. So there's that. Next thing we know, we get the new boy by the name of Ken. Now he's beefing with this other Playboy named Zeta, and apparently he's best friends with Landon. So they're asking him like, "Oh, do you think you're gonna drag it out? Do you think you'll be cool with him? Like, what do you think is gonna give?" And Isaiah starts asking him like, "What makes him like a Playboy and everything like that?" It's so strange hearing that because we haven't seen a season of Bad Boys and I don't know how long, and Playboys too. So it's like even hearing that, bitch, I thought I was hearing a foreign language because all we hear lately is why you deserve a chain or you a baddie. That's all we've been hearing for the last 6 months. So to hear that was strange to my ears. Who's gonna come on the cast and stuff like that? And apparently Kashi is on his way to the show. So Kashi comes in with Ant and then this new Playboy named Metro Zay. Okay, Metro Zay, you guys, he not fat, but like you could tell like he bigger than some of the boys in regards to stature. Like he taller than them and he a little bit more muscular than some of them. So it's like I was thinking the same thing that Ken was like. Y'all might get really got by him, and my point was proven by the end of the episode because this nigga was bucking like he was a chicken. Like he said, I said, oh my God, like, yeah, y'all might want to leave him alone. So Ant being bad, like Ant is very interesting person. Like, first of all, like you broke my friend heart, like my ex-friend heart, and like, and I'll never forgive you for that. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, wow. But he is back. I do feel like when it comes to him being on the show, like a lot of people do try to like play in his face, even on the network, just in general, because of what happened with him throughout like his shows and the whole my eye, and he started getting PTSD because the Villain Theater was the same theater they had the season 1 reunion when he was talking about the my eye. So they kind of brought that moment back and everything like that too. So Rich Day also was there too, and then Cashy starts going into a tangent about Maul. Y'all, child, he read Maul from here, from the rooter to the tutter, bitch. I said, God damn, okay? Call Maul all types of bad fathers. He wants to be a father more than a father. How he hasn't supplied for his children allegedly for years. This is all his words, y'all. I was like, damn. That is some hard reads, okay? Ma, you're gonna have to prove him wrong because those are some really bad allegations, okay? That should have your fan base questioning you because that's not okay if it's true. So then they get on the topic of they get on the topic of Khalil, right? And then they bring Khalil out to the side. So Khalil's looking like, mind you, they talk about him and he right there, so he's just looking. And then Metro says like, man, I ain't finna fight no flunky ass bitch, especially if that be running to the style. You know that's probably a hot point for Khalil. Because we all know he's a stylist and all. So for you to insult his profession, that hit a nerve. So he just literally ran into them. It wasn't even like a run up, it was like a ran in. Like he just dove in. Tonight I'm about to dive in. Tonight I'm about to dive in. Okay, he boom. That nigga soared into the crowd. They just start boop, 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 boop. They start spinning them and twisting them around. I said, damn, but Khalil, the thing is with Khalil, he really didn't have to do the show. You know what I'm saying? If you have worked with the greats as a Nicki Minaj, this show isn't something that's, you didn't have to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like there's other programming that you could have did without getting programmed. Program, bitch. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he didn't have to do the show. So the fact that he did it, regardless if he got his ass beat or not, that shows that he's not pussy. So it is what it is. I want to do the shit though. No shade. I try to be on television. Fuck. Y'all, so they let Khalil run his ones with Metro Zay. Ken said that nigga was getting beat by a big old bitch. y'all Playboys that might watch this, please don't get in y'all feelings. This is all for comedic purposes and entertainment purposes, okay? The name of the channel is Ever Entertainment. It's all for a key, okay? Getting beat by a big old bitch goes crazy. Listen, Khalil did the best that he can, but let me tell y'all, the Balenciagas won. How about that? The Balenciaga was won. They won the fight. You feel me? Because he just had his head down, and Metro Zay was just like, he hit him with the sway. Y'all know how sway fight? He hit him with kind of those. So, it didn't end up working too good for him. But once again, he still showed up in a crowd full of ops, which many of people would not have done. So you can't really say too much on him. So Khalil, you guys, at this point after the fight, he has his eyes starting to swell. It's starting like red, black, and blue. And I'm not gonna lie, Khalil, they low key making accommodations for you, babe, because they had you sitting in the same throne as Nicki Minaj, bitch. All you had to say is, "I wish that I could have this moment for life, for life, for life." And in this moment, I just feel so alive. See, when they had him sitting on that throne, bitch, you should have took over the moment, babe. You should have started singing "Moment for Life." Okay, stop. I'm sorry, y'all. It did it kind of threw me because I'm like, why they got him sitting on a throne? Listen, when you're a barb, Nicki, and anything that comes with Nicki will always follow you, babe. So you were sitting on the throne. You can't feel that bad. So Landon also decides to spare Khalil, which I was glad because I'm like, he done went through enough already. Like, at least let the boy live just for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, let him breathe. at least for a second before y'all, because from the trailer, it looks like Landon ends up getting him anyways. But at least he had enough grace to let him breathe, right? So then in walks Maul and D. Scott. Okay, so both of them end up coming in. Maul says he wants to get Cashy because of what he said about his son, of course. And then Cashy, he's gonna let him get it because, you know, his brother, right? So they start to get to fighting. Now, here's the thing: like, I feel like the way, first of all, security got in the way a lot. They didn't really get a chance to like square up. It was kind of weird. They kind of like ran into each other. So I feel like I read a lot of the comments of y'all like, oh, Cashy whooped Maul, or like Maul whooped Cashy. Like, to me, I didn't see a clear defining winner. If anything, I would have to give, I guess, more a little bit to Cashy, because at some points it looked like he was like winning, but then again, it was so much going on that it's like, I don't know. Maybe it's me, but I couldn't really say like, oh, this person, he got his what? Like, hopefully they fight again throughout the season, but I wouldn't be able to be like, you know, W. I will say though, I think that Ant got D. Scott. I will say that. I will say that. That's what I think. That's from what I saw. Okay, and that's pretty much ends the episode, you guys. Let me know what y'all think down below. I'm gonna try to recap the rest of the season and see, you know, what it does give you guys. Once again, this is all for community purposes. I hate I have to make a disclaimer like this, but it's like, people get in their feelings and it's not even that serious. Let me know what y'all think down below, y'all babies.
Wanna dance with a cutie in the pale moonlight.